Good morning or good afternoon, Tigers. Today we will be taking a video on the first 8th grade Quizzette on 808. As always, write your last name, comma, first name. Please write today's date, May 8th, 2018. And we don't circle our team color apparently in 8th grade, so go ahead and just write, I'll be Purple Tigers right now. Now, feel free to pause the video. I go pretty quickly on this one. Number 1 says, complete the table by using y equals negative 1/4 x minus 3. So you're going to substitute the x value for the letter x. So in this case, I'm going to substitute 0. 0 times anything is 0. 0 minus 3, you can rewrite as 0 plus negative 3, and that's negative 3. Now number 4. Not number 4, but we're going to substitute for x, we're going to write 4. Negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. Keep our same denominator, which is 4 minus 3. Now, negative 4 divided by 4 is just negative 1. So negative 1 minus 3 can be written as negative 1 plus negative 3. Same sign, add and keep, negative 4. Now, I told you I was going to go really fast. I didn't realize how fast I was going to go, but I can't slow it down now. So, negative 1/4 times negative 4. Remember, we're just rewriting the equation, but instead of writing x, we're writing that number they give us, that input value. Negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. 4 over 4 is equal to 1. 1 minus 3 is going to be negative 2, but I'm going to rewrite it. So, positive 1 minus 3 can be written as positive 1 plus negative 3. They're different signs. Subtract them. So you get 2, keep the sign of the bigger number, it's negative 2. Go ahead and box your answers so that it's nice and clear with what your answers are. Now, for number 2, we're applying the notes that we took. Oh, you know what? Let me go to Tuesday number 1, just so we can ensure. So you're writing the expression 2 over 3. Instead of writing x, you're going to write that input value. They gave us 0. 0 times anything is 0. 0 plus 1 is, you already know, 2 over 3. Instead of writing x, you're going to plug in 6. And for the last one, 2 over 3, and plug in negative 9 plus 1. And you guys can do the math there. Make sure that you multiply the denominators. So 2 times negative 9. And your denominator is 1, so 3 times 1 is 3. Don't forget to add 1 at the end. If you need to go back to your 7th grade notes, that's fine. Now, moving on to number 2. This is where you apply your notes. Your y-intercept is negative 3, not just 3, negative 3. So you would write that as 0, comma, negative 3. Then you'd go to your graph, find 0 at the origin, and go down to negative 3. That is the y-intercept, or the y-axis. Now you look at your slope. Your slope is just the number right next to x, which is negative 1/4. Now that means that you go up or down 1. You can choose the negative to be on the 1 or the negative to be on the 4. But in this case, I'm going to put the negative on the 1. So I always typically put it on the numerator, not the denominator. So rise, up or down, negative 1, and run, left or right, 4. Now, if you are rising in a negative direction, that means you're going down 1. And if you're running in the positive direction, that means you're going to the right 4. And that's where I put a point. I go down 1, and I run 4. Now, since I'm not going to go down 1, I'm going to go up 1, but I'm going to do the opposite of right, and I'm going to go to the left 4. Now go up 1, left 4, 3, 4. Now I'm going to connect those 5 dots, those 2 yellows, to that 1 red, and those 2 blue. It's really hard to get a straight line, but it's supposed to make a straight line. So try your best to make a straight line. Okay, now in math, I want you to notice that it has a negative slope because it's decreasing from left to right. Now in math, when you draw a line on a graph, you have to rewrite the equation on top of the graph. I don't know if they're going to emphasize that in 8th grade, but in college, anytime I did math, if you drew a graph, you had to write the equation right above it. So y equals negative 1/4 x minus 3. Now moving on to number 3, it's very simple. From the equation, what do you notice about the slope? Is it positive, negative? Does it have no slope, or is it undefined? Our slope is our m, our number, our coefficient in front of the variable x. And our slope in this case is negative. We're just going to say it has a negative slope. We can even draw our model with our math that it's a negative slope. It's falling from left to right. And if you notice on this 8th grade Quizzette, there are no SMPs. We'll see if that changes next year. Number 4, from the equation, what is the y-intercept and what is the slope? Remember, our y-intercept is 0, -3, and our slope is -1/4. We'll just put rise over run because that's what slope is in 8th grade, rise over run, our rate of change. Now I'm going to do another number 2 with you to make sure you know what to do. So the first step is determine what your y-intercept is. And your y-intercept is 0, 1. So you go to your graph, you go to 0, and you plot 0, 1. In this case, I also got my slope, which is 2/3. And my slope means I go up 2/3. So I rise 2, run 3. And if I'm running in the positive direction, and if I'm rising in the positive direction, it's up 2/3, up 2/3, up 2/3. Now, what's the opposite of going up 2/3? We're going to go down 2 to the left 3. Down 2 to the left 3. That makes a beautiful straight line. Go ahead and connect those red dots and those blue dots, and there's your beautiful straight line. I keep saying beautiful because I just love this kind of math. All right, Tigers, if you have any questions, I will be back Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. We will finish this Quizzette. If you really get stuck, I want you to finish this Quizzette today if you can. And when you're done, you can either finish the notes from yesterday or work on your iExcels. Thank you. Have a great day.